Laid back Mickey here. Today we are going to go over Steintrikes. We're going to go over two. They're both wild ones, but one's a 20-inch rear wheel and one's a 26-inch rear wheel with a motor. So I got the opportunity to ride these over the last few months. These are true off-road trikes. They're full suspensions. They got 4 inches of travel. You don't get that in a lot of trikes out there. A lot of trikes are maybe 1 inch or 2 inches of travel. These are 4 inches, and they're using spring shocks, so you could adjust them, just twist them around, and you could tighten that suspension up or you could loosen it up a little bit. When you're going out on the bike trail and then you want to go off into the dirt, into the mud, this is gonna be able to take that a lot better. It's gonna be able to eat those ruts up. If it's really gravelly or rocky, with that suspension, it's gonna be able to handle that. So it's not like the full fat or the all-terrain, which is way off the ground. It's a little faster full suspension trike. So with the Steintrikes, they are great suspension. And you know what's unique about the Steintrikes? Not that it's made in Serbia, which is above Greece. It's a European style trike, but it is handmade. You don't have too many trikes out there that are handmade. They've been doing this since 2000. So they have a lot of experience in suspension. And when I was outside and I went over a speed bump at 20 miles per hour, I was jamming, just pedaling fast. That suspension just ate the speed bump like nothing. This is the 20-inch one all around. Let's check out the 26-inch one that we went ahead and we threw a motor on, which now you got something that will eat up the bumps, but also go faster. Let's check it out. All right, so now we have on the stand the 2026 Wild One Steintrike. And this one, what I like about it is the colors. No, I like everything about it, but I really like the colors, the red, white, and blue. It really just kind of stands out and pops. And I like the long wheelbase. The long wheelbase was very comfortable to ride. In fact, I got to ride this one around for a few days, testing it out and seeing how it felt. This one here, rather than using the super knobby tires, we went ahead and used road tires on it because I actually took it on one of our rides for our group rides so we could show everybody, and that was on the bike trail. One of the things that I wanted to do, since I'm going on a longer ride on the bike trail, I was also pulling a trailer with this. I put a motor on this so that I could pull the trailer, not wear my body out. And you know what? This trike works wonderful with the trailer. I hit some bumps, made the trailer pop up a little bit, but the trike itself absorbed those bumps really well. And that's what I like about Steintrikes. So it makes it a comfortable trike. So if you're looking for a trike that you say, I need ultimate comfort, I need to chew up all the road but not feel it, then this 4-inch suspension will actually help you out a lot. Otherwise, if you want a suspension feel, but you don't want it moving a lot, you can go into like a cat trike or ice or something like that that has full suspension as well. So on this one here, we did a couple little tweaks to it, and I'm going to show you. So yes, we did this is the display for the motor. We have a 350 watt motor on this one. This motor will get you about 40 to 50 miles on the flats, maybe a little less on the hills. Because it'll pull more amperage, but the motor just really is smooth on this. And then when you're going on off-road, and I took this off-road with the motor, it helps in some of those areas that you need a little bit more power in. So you can get this trike without the motor, or through like laid back, you can get it with the motor. And then we did a custom headrest up top here. This headrest, they don't sell one from Stein directly yet, but this one here is a TerraCycle, which has the extra cushion on it. And the other thing that I did on this one here is we put a venti set. I wanted something even more comfortable. This one here is it comes with the mesh seat. And you saw on the 2020 Steintrike, you saw the hardshell seat. The hardshell seat doesn't work well for my size bootay, but if you want something that is more comfortable, I would go with the mesh. And if you even want more comfort, I'd put a venti sit on top of it, and that gives you even more cushion. So that is the main things about these trikes that are different is the full suspension. But let's take them outside and let's try them out, and I'll give you some more feedback. I am on the off-road 2020 Stein Wild One. Since we don't have a lot of off-road, we're gonna use our curbs and stuff to simulate big old bumps around here. And so I'm gonna off-road in the parking lot. Let's check it out. This one was pretty cool. The seat I thought would be more uncomfortable, but it wasn't. So this is their hard shell seat. So I wasn't really thinking as much about the seat because it wasn't uncomfortable. I particularly like the mesh seat that they have, but somebody with a skinnier butt may like this one. For the 20-inch versus the 26, I could feel the 26 would be really cool on the road. Like if you're gonna use it as a road trike and you just want like super suspension for like eating up all the bumps and ruts. But then this one's gonna be more maneuverable. So this one, we took it over there in the gravel, we took it off curbs. The 4-inch suspension was really nice. Now you do have some dips and dives. So again, I wouldn't take it on a turn really fast. Make sure you lean into your turns. But yeah, this one was really fun too. For my everyday rider, I like a hardtail, but for if I want super comfort or super off-road, then this as an off-road machine rocks with the 4-inch suspension. Very well designed. I dig it. I'm on the Wild One 20x26, and I'm gonna take it out for a test ride, and then I'll give you a little bit of feedback when I get back in a minute. I'll see you in a sec. It's smooth as a full suspension, which is nice. I'm gonna actually take it a little on the streets and on the bumps. We are on the side street away from the shop. I'm gonna go off-road in here. Woo! Okay, I'm glad I brought my helmet because I'm doing some crazy off-roading here. And then, okay. So anyway, as far as fun, it's definitely a fun trike. As far as like eating up the bumps, I just could go off a curb and I don't even feel it hardly. I feel the suspension like a little bit of dip and dive on it. It just eats everything up like it's nothing, which is really nice. So very well made design. Whenever I go over bumps, like I'm going over bumps right now, I don't even feel it. Like this road that I'm going on, you can see it, not very smooth, but the trike is very smooth. The road may not be smooth, but the trike is smooth. So I can't feel the road and all the, here's a super bump right here. See, on my regular trike, when I went over a bump, like I just went over, you'd feel it, and the trike would probably not be happy. The wheel could probably get bent, you know, going that fast and purposely going into ruts. Here's a nice big rut, and that was nothing. That's nothing. This it eats it all up. So yeah, that's the trike. Check it out. Okay, so I just got back from the ride. It was fun. It was super fun. I went off curbs. I went into on and off in gutters. I went into deep ruts that you would never ever take your trike in, because if you did, you'd probably bend a wheel because there is no, you know, is a big hole. But with this here, it just kind of, you don't feel it. It just kind of sinks into it and goes away with that 4-inch suspension. You're gonna have a fun time. This reminds me of mountain biking, but stable. I recommend getting a motor. So they don't come with the motor naturally. Maybe you like it that way. For me, I love it with the motor. It wouldn't be my on the bike trail everyday ride unless I wanted something that was super comfortable for maybe a bad back, where you say, I want the most suspension so I feel nothing, because you won't feel anything on this one. The suspension eats it up. That's the Stein 2020 and 2026. Just rode the 2026, it was awesome. Okay, I just got back from the ride outside and I went off some bumps and I went going in the turns a little bit more. On the turns, you could feel the dip a bit more, so I wouldn't go super fast on the turns. I take the turns a little slower, but on the going off the bumps and going off the curbs and everything, it felt great. And then if you're going like on a single track or a dirt road, that's why you would want to go ahead and get a Steintrike over maybe a non-suspension trike. A non-suspension trike, you're gonna feel the gravel, you're gonna feel any ruts in the road, and that's why most trikes are great for the bike trails, for the neighborhoods, for touring, but you wouldn't take those touring trikes and go off-road. They're not meant for that. There is like, you know, just like you would see in the regular bike world, you got mountain bikes and road bikes and hybrid bike. Same thing goes in the trike world. This is going to be more of an off-road one. If you're looking for a full suspension with a lot of suspension to make it super comfortable and make it fun on the off-roads, check out the Steintrikes. I had a great time. So we talked a lot about off-roading in this video today, but if you want to learn more, go ahead and check out this video.